Hello and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. From today we're going to take a look at a series of beers from one of the best brewing companies in Japan, and that is Kyoto Brewing Company in Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto is in the center of Japan, and it was kind of the ancient capital until around the mid-1800s when the capital moved to Tokyo. And Kyoto Brewing Company was founded in 2015 by three foreign residents of the city. One is an American, one is a Canadian, and one is a Welshman. And they met when they were working on the JET program in northern Japan, and they were teaching in the same area and met each other and became very good friends. And full disclosure, I know them, and especially I've known the brewer for around 10 years, the head brewer. And he moved to Kyoto, and the three of them decided that they would start a craft beer brewery in the city of Kyoto. And they began in 2015. The brewer studied in the U.S., and he did an internship at Lost Abbey in California, quite a famous craft beer brewery there. And then he interned or worked for a while at Shiga Kogen in Nagano Prefecture in Japan, which is one of the best, if not the best, brewery in Japan. And right out of the gate, they were making great beers. In 2015, in fact, their first year, they were voted the best new brewery in Japan. And in 2019, they were voted the best brewery in Japan by Rate Beer Best Selection. They have a tap room in Kyoto, and currently, because of coronavirus, it's not. It's open only for takeout, so you can get beers and go outside and take them away, but they are not allowing people to gather inside. And it's open only on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and so I think occasionally on Thursdays as well. They have three main beers, flagship beers, I guess you could call them. One is a Saison, and the other is a Belgian IPA, and those are two styles that they excel at, really. And the third is a kind of light stout. And they also have a seasonal line they call Kimagure, and we'll look at one of those soon. And every 3 months they bring out a new beer. It generally tends to be an IPA or a pale ale of some sort, session beer perhaps. And they have a variety of other series. If you go onto their website, you can see all the different series of beers that they have. For example, their locality series, where they take a look at ingredients from the area, or perhaps collaboration with some kind of business in the area. So if you go online, you can see a variety of those series that they have. On Rate Beer, there are 207 beers listed that they have made since 2015, and that was as of September in 2021, and it's a pretty accurate number. A friend of mine and a friend of the brewery has been keeping track of every single beer that they've made since they started. On Untapped, there were, when I last checked, actually I don't have a number for Untapped, but Untapped has a pretty high rating overall for all their beers. It's 3.72 out of 5. So yeah, I say you should go online and check them out. And in fact, one of the first beers we're going to look at is one of the beers in their locality series. So let's get started. We're going to look at 6 different beers from Kyoto Brewing, and this is now September of 2021. So these are some of their very latest beers. Okay. And here we are with another beer from Kyoto Brewing Company, and today's beer is a relatively new one. It's called Kyoto Brewing Time Trial, or in Japanese, Jitan Seizo. And it's an IPA, 6%, and 43 international bittering units. And a little background on this beer. The coronavirus has led to shortened business hours in Japan, and in fact, three separate occasions, and maybe a fourth now. I'm not a business person, so I don't know, but at least 3 times the government has kind of ordained that especially restaurants and bars, places that serve alcohol, should have shortened hours, business hours, to keep people away and try to lessen infections of coronavirus. And so that is called jitan eigyo, shortened business hours, and they have made what they call jitan seizo, or time trial. And this is what they're trying to do, they said on their website, is to try to an exercise in minimalism and speed, and to try to do the kinds of things that people have to do during a period like this. And instead of using a typical 30-day or around 30-day brew cycle, they sped this up to a 16-day cycle and made an IPA in that time. This is part of their what they call their Kaiho series, or Freedom series, and that series is they make the kinds of beers that they really like, and they kind of explore things in this series as well. This beer, the malt bill for this beer is Pilsner malt and Carapils. The bittering hops are Pato, P-A-H-T-O, and the flavor and aroma Sabro, which is a nice, relatively new hop. And to speed things up, they used Norwegian ale yeast. I'm not sure if it's the Kviek yeast or not, but Norwegian yeast has become popular recently. It will work at many temperatures that other yeast won't work at. In fact, at higher temperatures. And it's a very versatile yeast, apparently, and it can, so it fermented this beer out very fast. And this beer cost 610 yen from Kyoto Brewing, about $5.50 or so. On Rate Beer, 2 ratings only, 3.65, and on Untapped, 34 ratings and 3.8, and both of those are out of 5. 3.65 on Rate Beer and 3.8 on Untapped. So pretty decent scores, and that's for the IPA category. And so let's give this one a go. One of my favorite styles, IPA. Old school stuff, you know. I came along during the days of pale ales and IPAs and that sort of thing. So I know a lot of younger drinkers like hazies and sours a lot more than I do. And it's like when you grew up, you know, the Beatles are the best. That's the way it is, you know. Anyway, okay, what do we got here? I can smell it already. It's a hazy kind of dark pastel yellow with a big, fluffy, spongy white head. I can smell it already. Why? Okay. It does have the citrus coming up. Yeah, the Sabro gives this kind of tropical fruit note, and often it provides a coconut sort of note as well. Here, mostly tropical fruit for sure. Carbonation is really pushing up there from the bottom. Okay, flavor. Okay. Definitely has the tropical fruit note. This seems to be more like a hazy than more like a New England, but slightly different. But still, it seems more in the New England field rather than simply IPA. Very tasty, good citrus, very kind of mouth-watering effect. Really, it grabs your tongue. This is really, really something. Wonder what that yeast, what the aroma or flavor characteristics are produced by this yeast, special yeast. very tangy, dark fruitiness, tropical fruitiness, some bitterness in the back palate, and yeah, lightly warmy. This is I wouldn't say it's one-dimensional, maybe two-dimensional beer. It's got the strong fruitiness, tropical fruitiness, and mild bitterness that comes along near the end. Very pleasant. Yeah, so give this a go. This is called Kyoto Brewing Time Trial, or Jitan Seizo, and 6%, 43 IBUs. So go online to the Kyoto Brewing website and give them a go. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you're healthy, doing well. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment as well. Okay, we're going to look at some more Kyoto Brewing beers in our next video. I hope you are around for that. Bye-bye.